A rectangular field has a length of 80 meters and breadth of 50 meters respectively. Compute the following. The first thing is area of the field. The second is perimeter of the field. The third is cost of turfing the field at 25 per meter square. And the fourth is cost of fencing the field at rupees 30 per meter. Now, even before we start this question, let us first draw something which is a rectangular field. I know the lines are not straight, okay? We know that a rectangular field has two properties, right? One is the length and the other one is the breadth, right? And what we also know is that the opposite sides in a rectangle are equal. So if this is equal to L, this is also equal to L. If this is equal to B, this is also equal to B, right? And what we know is that the length is 50 meters. And the breadth is given to us is equal to 80 meters. Now the length of the rectangle given to us is equal to 80 meters and the breadth is given as 50 meters, right? Again, if this length is 80, this also is equal to 80 meters. This breadth is equal to the opposite breadth or 50 meters. Why? Because we know that the property of the rectangle that the length of both the sides are equal. L1 is equal to L2 and breadth of both the sides is also equal. Right? Now, given this logic, given this treatment, let's see what do we do. The first thing is you have to find out the area of the field, right? Now, area of the field is nothing but the area of the rectangle, right? And the area of the rectangle we know is what? It's equal to length into breadth. What's the length? Length we know is 80 meters. Into breadth is 50 meters. You can take either of them because in any case both of them are equal. So 80 into 50 gives you 4000 meter square, right? So area of the field basically refers to this entire area, right? And this is found mathematically by multiplying the length and the breadth of the field, right? So we are done with the first part. Second part says perimeter of the field. Let's first understand what is the meaning of perimeter. Perimeter basically refers to this outer portion, right? So basically what it means is what is the sum total of all these four lengths. This is basically equal to the perimeter, right? Now, obviously, we know all of these four lengths, right? Perimeter. We know the formula is 2 times L plus B, where L stands for the length, B stands for the breadth. But even if you don't remember this formula, it doesn't make a difference. Because once you understand that this perimeter refers to this light green portion, the length of this portion, you can easily add up all the four sides, which is nothing but your length, the breadth, another length, the breadth, right? This gives you 260 meters, right? Even if you do it this way, 2 times length, how much is the length? 80 meters. How much is the breadth? 50 meters. Or 2 times 130 meter, 80 plus 50, 260 meter, which is nothing but the same thing that we got here. Right? So both these are equal. If you remember this formula, well and good. Even if you don't remember conceptually, we know that if we add on all these lengths together, what we get is the perimeter of the rectangle. Right? Let's see the third one. It says cost of turfing the field at 25 per meter square. Cost of turfing the field. Turfing means that, this portion which I had kind of marked in all these brown shades basically refers to the area of the field, right? What it says is that if you want to put on a turf here, which basically means some kind of a level and everything, right? Per meter square, you have to pay 25, right? And what's the total area of this entire area that we found out a little while ago? That was 4,000 meters square, right? So 1 meter square costs you 25. The total area of the rectangle field is 4,000 meter. What's the total cost? The total cost is basically nothing but area of the turf, which is nothing but the area of the field, into price per meter square. Area we know is 4,000 meters square, which is this, into cost we know is 25 per meter square, right? Or we can just simply write it as 25. This will give you 100, 1, 2, 3 rupees 1 lakh, right? The fourth one says cost of fencing field at 30 per meter. Now, where do you put the fence? Do you put the fence in the middle of the field, or you just put it on the sides? Obviously on the sides. And you are told that when you put a fence of 1 meter, you have to pay 30 meters. What is the total length of this entire thing? It's nothing but the perimeter, which we got as 260 meters. So we need 260 meters worth of length to cover the entire perimeter. So the cost of fencing is nothing but what? Perimeter, which is nothing but the length of the entire field, into rupees 30 per meter, right? Perimeter is how much? 260 into 30, 0, 0, 8, 1 carry, 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7. 7,800 rupees, right? So the cost of fencing the field is 7,800. I hope you would have understood this video. In case there are any feedbacks, you're more than welcome. We always appreciate the feedback given by the users. Thank you for being with us today. If you want to have a look at many more such videos, visit us today at www.iedubook.com, right? And you can act as a registered member also. There are no charges for this. You can also subscribe our YouTube channel to stay updated about various video lectures that we are putting in. Thank you for being with us today.